Hadirin yang kami hormati telah hadir bersama kita, di tengah-tengah kita yang terhormat Profesor Atip Latipulhayat, SH LL.M, Ph.D, selaku Wakil Menteri Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia, beserta jajaran pimpinan dan tamu kehormatan lainnya. Kami ucapkan selamat datang Bapak Wakil Menteri dan jajarannya ke dalam acara closing ceremony International Conference on Cross-Cultural Religious Literacy 2025. Sebuah kehormatan tentunya untuk acara ini dihadiri langsung oleh Bapak Wakil Menteri Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia. Baik, Ibu Bapak sekalian yang berbahagia tentunya untuk mengawali acara penutupan ini, marilah kita sama-sama menyaksikan video tayangan singkat yang menampilkan rangkaian kegiatan dan momen penting kita selama 2 hari pelaksanaan konferensi. Selamat menyaksikan. Luar biasa, 2 hari yang begitu menyenangkan dan juga mendapatkan banyak informasi dan wawasan tentunya. Dan izinkan kami untuk menyapa terlebih dahulu tentunya yang terhormat Profesor Atip Latipulhayat, SH LL.M Ph.D, Wakil Menteri Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia. Terima kasih Bapak sudah hadir bersama kami di sini. Yang kami hormati juga tentunya His Excellency Dr. Thomas Lloydel, Ambassador of Austria. Thank you very much. Bapak Matthias Ho, Direktur Eksekutif Institut Leimena, His Excellency Dr. Alwi Sihab, selaku Senior Fellow Institut Leimena, juga Menteri Luar Negeri Republik Indonesia 1999 hingga 2001. W. Christopher Stewart, Ph.D., Special Advisor Templeton Region Trust, Hannah J. Smith, Associate Director of the International Center for Law and Religion Studies at Brigham Young University Law School, USA, dan tentunya Ibu Rusprita Putri Utami, selaku Kepala Pusat Penguatan Karakter Kementerian Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia, dan Ibu Bapak hadirin yang tetap bersemangat hingga hari ini. Terima kasih banyak. Hadirin yang kami hormati, selanjutnya marilah kita bersama-sama mendengarkan closing remarks yang akan disampaikan langsung oleh yang terhormat Profesor Atip Latipulhayat, SH LL.M Ph.D, selaku Wakil Menteri Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia. Kepada Profesor Atip dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Izinkan saya terlebih dahulu menyampaikan salam dan sapa hormat saya. Yang pertama, Excellency Dr. Thomas Lloyd, Ambassador of Austria. Bapak Matthias Ho, Direktur Eksekutif Institut Leimena. Yang mulia, yang saya hormati Dr. Alwi Shihab, Senior Fellow Institut Leimena, Menteri Luar Negeri Republik Indonesia 1999 sampai 2001. Mr. Christopher Stewart, Ph.D., Special Advisor, Templeton Religion Trust. Ms. Hannah Smith, Associate Director of the International Center for Law and Religion Studies at Brigham University Law School, USA. Dan Ibu Rusplita Putri Utami, Kepala Pusat Penguatan Karakter Kementerian Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and dear friends who have joined us from around the world. As the International Conference on Cross-Cultural Religious Literacy comes to an end today, I, on behalf of the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education of the Republic of Indonesia, wish to extend my deepest gratitude and highest appreciation for your active participation and the remarkable insights you have shared. These past 2 days have been about more than a simple exchange of ideas. They have served as a powerful reaffirmation that education is the key to navigating the challenge of our deeply pluralistic societies. The presence of 220 participants, including 70 representatives from abroad, demonstrate a profound truth that while we share a common concern, we also possess a collective will to find shared solutions. Through this extraordinary conference, our ministry and the Leimena Institute have demonstrated the true power of universal participation. This gathering reaffirms our convictions that achieving a world of peace, mutual respect, and dignity must involve all stakeholders. We gather here today to discuss the future of humanity, how we can live together peacefully and with dignity amid the currents of globalization. We live in an age full of striking paradoxes. On one hand, technology has torn down the walls of space and time, connecting us in intimate global village. Yet on the other hand, the true chasm often lies in our hearts and minds, gaps that seem to be widening. As German philosopher Martin Heidegger once said, the most thought-provoking thing in our thought-provoking time is that we are still not thinking. The world grows more sophisticated, but not necessarily wiser. We have more information, but do we have more wisdom? We are digitally connected, but do we truly possess the strong capacity to live together? Philosopher Habermas reminds us of the importance of a public sphere free from domination. However, our public sphere today is often hijacked by discordant, divisive voices, by algorithms that trap us in echo chambers, and by the fear of the other. In social psychology, such fear breeds in the group bias and stereotypes that weaken our social cohesion. It is within this context, the theme of our conference, Education and Social Trust in Multicultural and Multi-Religious Societies, become highly relevant and urgent. So where can we find the answers? Indonesia, with its thousands of islands, hundreds of languages, and a wealth of religion and belief, is microcosm of the world. Within this pluralistic space, we hold noble answer. Imam Al-Ghazali once wrote, "Different is a grace when it leads people to complement each other, not to negate each other." And the Quran affirms, womankind, indeed, we have created you into nations and tribes that you may know one another. This knowing one another is the ethical foundation for all our efforts. However, globalization brings new dilemmas, anxiety over identity. The French philosopher Levinas taught that the root of humanity lies in our ability to see the face of the other as a mirror of ourselves. He wrote, "Peace is not the calm of the strong, it is the responsibility toward the other. Peace, therefore, is always born from the courage to beat." This is where the cross-cultural religious literacy finds its strategic urgency. ICCCRL is not merely knowledge of other religions' ritual and doctrine. It is the competence to empathize, to engage critically and constructively, to listen deeply. As Jalaluddin Rumi said, "Beyond right and wrong, there is a field. I will meet you there." That is the essence of this conference, creating a space of encounter beyond prejudice. And here, education plays a central role. John Dewey, the father of progressive education, believed that education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. If education is life, then it must reflect the pulse of pluralistic living. Education that teaches only uniformity is lifeless. Instead, education must be a garden where diverse flowers of truth, beauty, and belief grow side by side, enriching one another. According to Brazilian education philosopher Paulo Freire, the task of education is to invite people to become more aware of their reality, and with that awareness, they can change the world. Our reality is diversity. Therefore, education must open the eyes and hearts of learners to this reality, not to fear it, but to understand, celebrate, and manage it together. Since 2021, Indonesia has trained thousands of teachers from various faiths: Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, through the CCRL program. They are heroes building bridges of trust on the front lines. They not only gain knowledge, but practice empathy, embodying Ki Hajar Dewanto's concept of among, leading through example, compassion, and understanding. Robert Putnam, in his theory of social capital, said, "Trust lubricates cooperation. Trust is the lubricant of social collaboration." This conference has proven to build bridging social capital, connecting social capital that bridge different groups. This is the glue that holds society together, the foundation we need in a polarized world. From the word's heritage, we find the same common thread of humanity. Ibn Arabi mentions and said, "I am the child of two fathers, a spiritual father who taught me boundless mercy, and a father of humanity who taught human brotherhood." Confucius asserted, "Within the forces, all men are brothers." Meanwhile, Immanuel Kant spoke of cosmopolitan ethics, all converge on one timeless message: human dignity is the meeting point of all religions and civilizations. We have a moral responsibility to integrate the spirit of cross-cultural religious literacy into our educational ecosystem. This effort must be fully supported by the four pillars of education: the school, the family, the community, and media. The ministry's commitment is to realize the Astacita vision through holistic human development. To do so, we are implementing a deep learning approach that harmonizes intellectual, emotional, effective, and kinesthetic development to cultivate the 8 dimensions of the graduate profile. The 8 graduate profiles are 8 dimensions designed to produce holistic and competent graduates, faith and devotion to God Almighty, citizenship, critical reasoning, creativity, collaborations, independence, health, and communication. This dimension encompasses character development, skill, and knowledge to prepare graduates to face modern challenges. To ensure these dimensions are responsive to the realities of pluralism, cross-cultural religious literacy must become a foundational pillar of our character education. This focus on character is supported by practical habit-building initiatives such as the 7 Habits of Great Indonesian Children movement, as well as by strengthening the pivotal role of the homeroom teacher or guru wali in providing holistic guidance and support. Our agenda does not stop at national level, at national borders. The ASEAN region, home to more than 600 million people, is characterized by extraordinary linguistic, religions, and cultural diversity. Therefore, our national effort must be reinforced by a strong regional commitment. We call upon all Asian member states and partners to join us in bringing our shared future 2045 declaration to life. ASEAN Community Vision 2045 has affirmed its commitment to building a community that is resilient, innovative, dynamic, and people-centered. Cross-religious literacy is explicitly mentioned as a strategic key. Indonesia is proud to be its driving force, ensuring that ASEAN is not only strong economically, but also morally and socially. This conference is not merely an academic gathering, it is a call to action, a collective commitment to integrate ICCCRL principles into the hearts of our education curriculum, empower teachers as agents of peace and social cohesion, the living proof of Nelson Mandela's word that education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. Strengthen partnership between government, civil society, and religious communities. As the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Utilize digital technology intelligently and ethically to build bridges, not walls, to foster dialogue, not hatred. Voltaire reminds us, hatred is like a poisonous plant that thrives in the barren soil of ignorance. It is our duty to cultivate the soil with the fertilizer of wisdom. Let us make this space the kind of public sphere envisioned by Habermas, where we communicate as equals and engage constructively. Let us weave conversation that not only enlighten the mind, but also touch the heart. With the spirit of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, united in diversity, let us work together. Alone we may walk fast, but together we can walk far. Let us walk far together toward a future where difference is no longer a threat, but a treasure. In a world that longs not only for intelligence, but for wisdom, not only for technology, but for empathy, not only for digital space, but for dialogue space. Allow me to close with a universal message. In Islam, there is the concept of rahmatan lil alamin, mercy for all worlds. In Chinese teaching, there is Ren, loving humanity. All teach us the world can only survive and have dignity if we respect one another. May this conference be a space of learning, a space of healing, and a catalyst for new inspiration to the world, that from Indonesia, from ASEAN, we prove that diversity is not a dilemma, but our deepest source of strength. As Laoji said, strength comes from flexibility, not rigidity. Let us use this conference as our pivotal moment to strengthen global collaboration and truly make education a catalyst for change. Let us together uphold and honor human dignity, for it is the very foundation of trust. This trust what is inspire collective action, and it is this collective action that will ultimately forge the strong social trust needed to strengthen the social cohesion for all people across Indonesia and the entire ASEAN region. Demikian catatan penutup, closing remark yang bisa saya sampaikan. Mudah-mudahan konferensi ini sekali lagi bukan hanya memberikan inspirasi, akan tetapi sebuah seruan aksi sebagaimana yang tadi saya sebutkan, bahwa diversity adalah kehidupan itu sendiri, keragaman adalah kehidupan itu sendiri. Tanpa keragaman, kehidupan berhenti. Begitu juga pendidikan. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kita akan melanjutkan sesi berikutnya, yaitu kita akan mengakhiri kegiatan konferensi ini tentunya dengan rasa syukur melalui doa bersama. Jika di awal kita sudah membuka dengan doa bersama dan kemudian kita akan menutup acara kita juga dengan doa bersama. Tentunya harapannya agar seluruh hasil rekomendasi dan juga semangat yang lahir dari pertemuan ini bisa membawa kebaikan bagi dunia pendidikan, bangsa dan juga kemanusiaan. Untuk itu, doa akan dipimpin langsung oleh Bapak Duwijo SPDH selaku Ketua Umum Pandu Nusa Perkumpulan Acarya Hindu Nusantara. Kepada Bapak Duwijo SPDH kami persilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Budaya, Witengtian, Salam Sejahtera, Rahayu. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, marilah kita tutup kegiatan hari ini dengan, saya bacakan dengan doa agama Hindu. Bagi Bapak Ibu, kami mohon untuk berdoa sesuai dengan keyakinan masing-masing. Om Purpwaswah Tatsawitur Warenyam Bargo Dewasya Dimahi Diyoyonah Prasjodayat Om Yaca Caswir Uwiyauc Wasrayantam Patibyo Najanayah Sumbamah Dewir Dwaru Brihatir Wiswaminwa Dewebyo Bawatu Suprayana Om Diayu Santir Antariksa Santir Pratiwi Santir Apah Santir Asadhyaya Santir Wanaspataya Santir Wiswe Dewa Santir Brahma Santir Sarwa Santir Santir Ewa Santir Sama Santir Edi Om Yang Widi Tuhan yang Maha Esa, sumber segala kebijaksanaan dan kasih. Pada hari ini kami memanjatkan puji dan syukur kehadapan-Mu atas anugerah dan rahmat-Mu, sehingga kami dapat berkumpul bersama dalam closing ceremonial International Conference on ICCCRL 2025 dengan tema Education and Social Trust in Multified and Multicultural Societies. Ya Tuhan, bimbinglah kami agar senantiasa hidup dalam semangat persaudaraan, saling menghargai dalam kebersamaan, dan bergandengan tangan membangun dunia yang damai dan sejahtera. Anugerahkanlah kami kebijaksanaan untuk melanjutkan hasil konferensi ini menjadi tindakan nyata bagi kemanusiaan, kemajuan pendidikan, penguatan kepercayaan sosial, serta pengukuhan nilai kemanusiaan yang universal. Ya Tuhan, hindarkanlah kami dari pikiran yang sempit dan hati yang gelap. Jauhkanlah kami dari perpecahan dan permusuhan. Teguhkanlah kami dalam jalan kebenaran dan kedamaian, agar kami menjadi insan yang berbakti kepada keluarga, bangsa, dan kemanusiaan. Semoga damai senantiasa melingkupi langit dan bumi, damai bagi air dan tumbuh-tumbuhan, damai bagi sesama manusia, dan damai bagi seluruh makhluk ciptaan-Mu. Om sarwe bawantu sukinah sarwe santu niramaya, sarwe badrani pasyantu, maka ciduh kabak bawet. Om santi, 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 om. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih kami ucapkan kepada Bapak Dwijo, SPDH, selaku Ketua Umum Pandu Nusa, Perkumpulan Acarya Hindu Nusantara telah memimpin doa bersama. Hadirin yang kami hormati, kami informasikan bahwa yang terhormat Wakil Menteri Pendidikan Dasar dan Menengah Republik Indonesia beserta rombongan akan meninggalkan ruangan untuk melanjutkan agenda berikutnya. Kami mohon kepada seluruh hadirin untuk tetap berada di tempat masing-masing hingga Bapak Wamen atau Wakil Menteri meninggalkan ruangan.